Hi there, it's Online Biz Real Talk today. Uh, we have our beautiful coach Georgia and our business partner Peter Friesen online. And today we're going to be talking about 7 reasons to start an online business and work from the comfort of your own home. So, Georgia, would you like to introduce yourself and talk a little bit about this subject?
Of course I would. Thank you, Akina, for introducing this. Peter's coming back. He's on the road, the truck driver. So thank you. Okay. 7 reasons why to start an online business and work from the comfort of your home. Well, the one of the reasons, because today I woke up and I was like, number one reason, you don't have to go out in the cold and freeze, because look what's going on here. Look at this. It's a winter wonderland. Yeah, Akina.
I don't miss that, but it's beautiful.
So where are you right now, Akina? You're in
I'm
Vancouver, right?
Vancouver Island, yeah.
What's it like right now in Vancouver?
No rain, no snow. It's great.
I have to say I miss it about Vancouver. I used to live in Surrey, so I do miss the what is it called? The little rain jacket kind of coat. You know, one of those windbreakers. I miss the windbreaker weather, but I hated that it was always rainy, Vancouver. So
Mhm.
there's never no sun, but I miss that part. One of the biggest reasons was to not have to work outside of my home. And that's number one, not have to go outside of my home and have a commute to come back and forth. Number two is my children. I didn't want to leave my children. Backstage, me and Akina was talking about that. I was joking with her. I was telling her that the best babysitters was women from Asia. I told her I had beautiful business, babysitters. Yeah, beautiful babysitters like from the Philippines and Nepal and all that. And they just treat my kids like they were saints. And I said African women too. I was like, for women from Africa, like they cleaned my whole house in a heartbeat, took care of my kids. But there was babysitters that literally hurt my children. And I don't think it was on purpose, to be honest with you, because they was nice women. Obviously, I want to hire them. The way they grabbed them out of their crib, they bruised my kids' arms, and to just talk about this, you're wondering, whoa, how many babysitters did she go through? I know. I went through a lot of babysitters, a lot of nannies, because they get a job, they want to go, or whatever the case may be. They're getting their move away. So I never really had a stable nanny, and I didn't like leaving my kids in other people's care. I didn't like that. I didn't like not being able to feed them the way I want to feed them, take care of them the way I want to take care of them. So, number two, be there for my kids. Work from the comfort of your home. Be there for my kids. Number three, obviously, big one, money. I wanted more money. I left Toronto, Ontario, and I came here to BC. I was in Kamloops at the time. And I was, very successful in Toronto, but again, I wanted my life to change. Like in Toronto, I had a super busy life. It was like I was super successful, but I was super busy. Like I was paying nannies like $90, $100 a day. I was at Comic Cons, trade show, bridal shows. I was really busy with my work, with my business, and my mom and dad got sick. My mom passed away from cancer. My dad had cancer. They were workaholics and they just never really took care of themselves. And for some reason, it's a real touchy subject right now. I'm getting all emotional. I felt like I needed to get away from everything. I had like a spiritual awakening, and I got closer to God, and I was turning Christian, and I just needed to get away. And I was here when I was like 12, 13. I was like here in like 2003, 2004 with my mom and dad. I was in Kamloops. So I wanted that again. I wanted that nature, that, little city, that, the mountains, God's country. Something pulled me here. So I came and I lost all my money. I spent all my savings. My business went downhill. I changed my business too. I changed some things about it. I used to do psychic readings. I used to do things that wasn't aligned with Christianity, right? Because I know I have a gift, but I wasn't shouldn't have charged for it. People start to depend on you, right? And you're supposed to go to God, right? So I changed everything, and my business flopped. I changed everything on a smaller scale, and I literally spent all my savings. So I needed more money. I was living off of child tax benefits and my credit cards. I was 30,000 in debt. Long and behold, I paid off 30,000 worth of debt, moved into a $3 million home, bought a new Escalade for my children and came together with my fiance Thito, brought him out of construction in 4 weeks. He made 12K. Like, there's been a lot of amazing things. I'm able to have more time with my children. I'm able to afford things I couldn't afford. I built my foundation, the Georgia Williams Foundation, to help people worldwide, give back to those in need. So let me think. Number 4. So the money. I guess traveling, because with my offline business, when I used to do like the life coaching and the psychic readings and stuff, I was very restricted. Like, I had to go to my shows. I had to have my appointments in person. If I didn't show up like in person, I would not make the money, right? So what I like is I could travel with this business. I could take this business anywhere on the go. I'm going to stop here, and I'm going to ask Akina to continue. I know you're the host here, Akina, but what is maybe 3? Introduce yourself, right? And what is 3 things that to add up to our 7? And maybe we can collaborate and go over this after what we feel about these.
Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story, and it truly is a testament to like having something that it's like an emergency backup plan where if something goes wrong or something happens, you have an income stream. You have something working for you in the background in case anything were to happen with your family. That's a huge thing that people truly need. And that's definitely one of the reasons why you need to start an online business, in my opinion. Um, for that very reason, you never know what's going to happen. Number one thing that's the most important in life is your health. So yeah, that's all you need is your health and something to keep you going when times get tough. So another reason would be having an automated system. So you could get leads, you get buyers in your sleep while you're traveling or working at another job. You know, you must go through your training and set up your system in the beginning. You check on it every now and then, but the training is super straightforward and very step by step, very thorough, and it doesn't leave you hanging to your own devices. So you get mentorship, and what's awesome is you can do it at your own pace. There's so many different people that have different things going on. If you have another job, if you have kids, if you have a newborn, you're able to do it at your own pace, you know, and that's the beauty of, learning how to build your own automated system and developing an online income stream for yourself. So I really love that aspect of this business. Um, what's another reason to start? That's 2. Well, my husband and I, Jason and I, we just got married like 6 months ago, and we're looking to have children in the future, soon, hopefully. And that's one thing that is kind of scary for me is bringing a child into this world and not having enough funds to give them that life that you've always wanted, and be able to travel with them and do all the fun things. And I want I would want nothing more than to have something that could support all of us, and to be able to do the things we want and to be mobile, if we ever wanted to go back to Ireland to visit his family and have our kids meet, their grandparents and the rest of their family. And we're able to do that, not just, a few days a week, 2 weeks. We can do it from however long we want because you have the system that generates that income for you. So, yeah, that's
I love that.
Mhm.
I love how you spoke about the health. Um, Steve Jobs, who made Apple, this wonderful computer I'm on right now, um, he said before he died, I'm pretty sure he had cancer when he died,
Mhm.
and he said, make sure that you spend time with family. And in the end, he wasn't surrounded by many, and he left a letter, and he said, you know, in other words, you can have everything in the world, and you can have so much, but the the true happiness and meaning of life and is love and family and enjoying and um, it's just as simple. Like last night my sister-in-law came over and like Theo's sister, and she brought her daughter and stuff, but she just stopped to get her purse because we went out a little while ago and she left her purse in her car. And so then when she came last night, like I can hang out with her and I don't have to worry, like rush to a job or a business or whatever the case may be. And as I'm hanging out with her, I could be okay. And like nobody's perfect. Everybody thinks like, you know what, you're rich, Georgia. Everything's perfect in your life. Glory, 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 glam, this and that. Sometimes we need someone to talk to. Sometimes you need to get your little problems off your mind or whatever the case may be, what's going on. And when we have girl talk, right? And she has girl talk with me, and just to be there. And she has a 15-year-old daughter. I have a 16-year-old daughter, and her daughter's bugging her about going somewhere. And I'm like, Meadow does the same thing to me. So after the girls go downstairs, we're talking about how we deal with our little teenagers and what we say and how they bug us and how they're like, I want this. Yeah. And they look at you and they keep going until you say yes. And you're like, but you got to stand your ground, or, you know, it's just fun little things that people don't get time. Like, honestly, when I had my brick and mortar business, which means my business that had an office and that I had to go to places, and I didn't have time to sit and have proper conversations. I didn't have time to spend with my family. I didn't have, and it's not good for your health. It's not good for your health to not work on yourself. People become depressed. They're like, I need depression pills. Gump, 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 gump. Now I feel foggy. Now I feel like a zombie. People become sick because they're not sleeping. They're having heart attacks. They're having circulation problems. They're having issues. They have their back problems. Their feet's killing them. They're always standing. There's one after another, but they don't realize. Wake up. You're not relaxing. You're not eating right. You don't even have time to talk to your family or friends. You're so stressed, and I see that. I had a lot of anxiety before. I would have like cold sweats. Like I noticed that like when I just had a lot of health problems. Let's just put it like that. I had a lot of health problems, and I had a lot of anxiety, and I seen that and that went away. Why? Because I worked on myself. I have time. I talk about my issues, or I have friends, my business partners. Akina, there's people in my business community that we're friends, we're family. It's real. We don't just sit there and you're a business partner and it's strictly business. When I'm helping someone, we talk about life. What do you do? Uh, you know, how's your family? This and that. They ask me. I ask them. We're people. We need to communicate. We need to socialize, or else we go wacky and crazy. It's okay. Somebody might have the same problem as you or went through the same thing as you. God placed that person in your life, just like my sister-in-law yesterday that we're talking, for a reason. Okay, so sometimes it's good to slow down and work on yourself, heal yourself, take a bubble bath in your jacuzzi, you know, watch a movie. I'm going to be totally honest with you, I don't watch movies, but just whatever, have a communication with a family member. It's very important to work on yourself. It's very important to not spend all your life working a 9 to 5, living paycheck to paycheck and stressing about money, 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 money. I've seen a lot of people that, they were depressed or on depression pills or had anxiety or whatever the case may be because of the lifestyle they was living. And they say it's hereditary. Oh, well, your family had depression problems. Well, your family had anxiety problems. Well, your family had this problem. Well, your family. Well, that's because you're living the same lifestyle they lived. You're more susceptible to it, okay? But if you live a different lifestyle, you will get healed from it. And believe me, there's a lot of people who have issues that obviously they need to see counselors and they need medication. But what I'm saying is the majority is it's because of their lifestyle. And if they change their lifestyle, or if they find something like this, what a wonderful, uplifting community where we tell you what books to read, how to help your mindset, because mindset is key. All the billionaires, all of the people I follow on social media, and also the millionaires in our online business community talk about mindset, even post about it, and believe in yourself and go forward. And you may have failed 100 times, but you'll get there, and keep going and keep going. And the storm is almost over. Go, 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 go. So mindset is key, and we teach you that. But yeah, did you want to add something, Akina?
No, it is incredible, the mindset of owning a business in general, but doing the right business. Because, as a young teenager, I always knew that I wanted to do a business. I just didn't know what kind. I observed so many other people that had been doing, loads of businesses, and it's you're putting in so many hours, you're dedicating your life towards your business, which is, what you do when you're dedicated and passionate about something. But it's the right, you want to find the business that works for you, and so you can work on your health, and you can focus on yourself as well, not just your business. So yeah, the mindset is a key one.
100%. Um,
Mhm.
I want to touch a little bit about the financial part. There's a lot of businesses out there who can't quite touch our, commissions and bonuses and incentives. So if you're like, oh, whatever, I have a little side hustle, or I'm doing this little lotions and potions or oils or makeup company, think again. Like I have a lot of friends, and I have a lot of, mainly, I don't really see a lot of my family doing this because they're real old school. They don't even believe in doing anything online. But I see a lot of my friends and like church family doing a lot of like little things. Like they do sensies, or they'll do little makeup or little weight loss packages, or I don't know, it works or something. Like I had just seen all these, and I'm like, they might be good little products, but there's no money in them. I know, and it's not like I'm bashing it. I'm not. But see, the effort that you're putting into that little side hustle, if you put that same effort into this business, you'll make thousands on a sale. You'll make $1,200 a sale, 5,000 a sale, 3,000 a sale. Like we have high end products that convert into high revenue. So if you think again, you're thinking, well, I'm happy where I am. No, money's power. It's funny. I see this quote. It said, whoever thinks that money, it was talking about it on the mastermind, whoever thinks that money can't make a person happy never gave enough money away. Isn't that so sweet? They never gave enough money away, because you can make somebody so happy by helping the world. And Grant Cardone said it's selfish. It's selfish not to want to be rich, because you can help so many people. Churches, charities, go spread your love to the world. Make your own foundation like I did. I was like, I don't know what these foundations are doing with their money. How about I make my own? And how about I be in charge? And I make sure all my donations go directly to building crops, building up housing, taking care of the people, and then making them to, develop skills to make money from this and feed their family, and also, take care of themselves. So sustain themselves. And I'm grateful to do that. So the money part is big in this community. It's not a pyramid scheme. It's not a get rich scheme. It's not an MLM. Like, here's a little example. My business partner, one of my business partners, hi Meadow. You're making a little bit noise. I can hear you. I don't know if anybody else can. But My business partner, I went to her page. I was just scrolling around on Instagram. So I know her. She has a business page. She's my business partner from Toronto. Okay. She's Russian. And I see this on her and I see a post that's like, oh, thank you for me putting $500 investment into crypto. Thank you for getting $5,100 back. And I'm like, oh no, she's being scammed. So I reach out to her and I'm like, girl, what is this? My friend told me, and this and that. And my friend said, it's good and it's good. I know this person. So I see who she tagged in. So I go to the lady. I'm like, listen, girl, this girl just start posting October 26th. Like, this is a new page. This is a scam. Tell her, did you talk to her? Oh, yeah, I know her. She's my friend. I'm like, I put a girl, that emoji that goes like this. I'm like, so I get busy. I don't even have time to talk to her. I get so busy. I'm preparing for this mastermind. I presented an award in my name. We gave out $16,000 last night. So long story short, she texts me after because I was gonna call her. I was gonna like, girl, is this really you or did you get hacked? So I totally forgot. I couldn't get back to her. Then she messaged me. She's like, sorry, George, I got hacked. I'm like, I knew it. I knew you wasn't stupid enough to do that. I start laughing. She's laughing too because I know her. She's smart. The Russian girls are smart, believe me. So I was like, girl, I knew you wasn't stupid to do that. Because one of my business partners here in my online business that's super successful, that's which a place like the crypto, it was 4X. So 4X, now let me tell you something, crypto and 4X, or some of these places, they're legit, right? Crypto is real, right? But there is these little break off groups that are scams.
Mm-hmm.
They'll make up a sheet or they'll send you something digitally that they did, maybe from Canva, like we use Canva, who knows? And they show you, oh, look, Akina Doyle, she has on there, look, you just got $5,000 in your account. Congratulations, Akina. You want to invest more? Akina's like, yeah, I want to invest more. I'll put another $500 in. She puts another 500. Good job, Akina. Now you got 11K. You got 11,000. Oh my goodness. Next day, look at you built up to 125,000 just in a couple months. Look at you. You go, girl. All right, now you want to pull your funds out. It's going to cost you $3,000 to pull your funds out because of the taxes, this, that, the legalities. She gives it 3,000. All right. What you know what? We've been to a little hurdle and it's skyrocketing right now. Do not take your money out. Here's put another 50,000 in. I promise you're going to get like 300,000. She puts 50,000. She's already, feeling like, oh my goodness. That's what kept going on with my business partner, Akina. And maybe I won't say whose name it is. I don't know if she wants us to tell who she is, but she spent like 300,000. And she said they had us on Facebook. We added them just like this person was doing to my business partner, but it wasn't really her. But they're doing it to other people. They'll have like a social media platform, and they'll have an account, but you won't ever see them. You'll just talk to them maybe or see their social media, and they keep sending you things. So, there's scams out there. There is scams out there too. So I want you to be careful. This is a legit business. Physical products, physical, because at the end of the day, crypto is not physical. At the end of the day, Dogecoin or whatever the case is, it's not physical. These are physical products that are sold to people and you get a commission from. So you can feel great at the end of the day. You can feel like, okay, I did something great. And Akina, you too, like what your mom started the business and you have a lot of people around you, that's interested too, as just seeing changes in your life. And yeah, like her mom, like literally also wanted more of a discount with traveling. Our traveling company, it's like discounted. You could travel for half price. And we sell memberships for that. There's also communication. There's all these different products that convert into high revenue. Have you ever seen anything like this? You said that you've been in a lot of online businesses or that you've tried a lot of things, Akina. What would you compare this to those other kind of businesses that you've had?
Well, these products I could truly get behind. Like they sell themselves, because everyone loves to travel. Everyone is into their wellness, and everyone needs to communicate, and so it's yeah, the products sell themselves, and that's amazing because you don't actually have to sell these products. You're not out on your socials promoting products. So that's a huge differentiating factor on why I'm doing this business. And the fact that you don't have to reach out to friends and family. My mom heard about it and she wanted to get involved just for the travel aspect alone. And yeah, like why not? It's kind of a no brainer. Um, but yeah, the other businesses that I've tried in the past, I got super excited after university. That entrepreneurial kind of spirit came out of me and I was like, I'm ready to go. But it was more, it was, you had to hold meetings, and you had to recruit your warm market and all this. And it wasn't, I got burnt out after a while, and realized that that kind of business isn't for me. So, yeah, I love the fact that the products we have are high ticket, high revenue, and you're not chasing a million people ever to gain a commission. It's very straightforward, and yeah, the products sell themselves. So,
I'll add to that. If people are like, well, who's going to buy the high ticket products? Because I've had people on before they had their coaching call, actually, because they'll watch our coaching videos and they'll be like, how am I going to sell this? They're way too expensive. Who's going to
mhm,
buy this? I'm like,
right.
whoa, wait a minute. We're going to train you, or I'm going to set your ad up. I'm actually going to set your ad up. Tell them, Akina. Akina knows. I'm going to set your ad up. I'm going to have a one-on-one because that's the most important thing is me as setting up your ads. Once I set up your ads, do what you need to do, go through your training. But we're going to show you how to target down to the nitty gritty age, person, whatever the case may be, house owner, who's going to be able to afford these high end products that convert into high revenue and who needs it. Our products, I feel that that product is an essential. These products are essential. We're going to show you how to target that proper person, the perfect quality client that's going to buy these high end products that convert to high revenue. So at the end of the day, let's just put it like this the way Akina's talking about it. Say you got 500 people. Those 500 people buy one product each. Each one of those products are $1. So you made 500 bucks, but you had to reach 500 people. Now that was a lot of legwork, a lot of ads, cost money, free ads, whatever the case may be. You put a lot of time into this. But what if you sold to one person and you got 500 bucks? That's not a lot of legwork. Didn't have to do much work. And you're cutting your time away in like 1/24th of the time. And you're not having to keep looking at your stock or keep looking at something because that's what people do. I have business partners that are like, I felt like I was going to have a heart attack in the stock market. I understand. But you don't have to keep going on there. You just wait. You let your leads and buyers come in and it's converted. And guess what? I cut your sales. The high end products, I need to send paperwork. People need to sign it, everything, because we're dealing with higher end products. We're dealing with higher money, whatever the case may be. The smaller, the lower price products, the people can buy right off your website. So the website cuts the sales. So whatever the case may be, our automated system walks people through the buying process. And we're going to show you how to advertise to the perfect quality client that will buy whatever this product is that you are selling. Okay, we have 4 main companies, one multi-billion dollar, a few multi-million dollar companies. They're all very good for you, health beneficial, traveling, communications, fitness, all this. And this is a new fab. It's like if you notice, and it's not that I judge people who smoke or drink, but the new fab is get healthy. The new fab is work out. The new fab is work on your body, make your optimal health, travel, look beautiful, be a rock star. That's the new fab, if you notice, because I seen a Friends picture. They had the old Friends and the new Friends picture side by side. It was like a meme. It was saying how the show Friends. Everybody knows Friends, right? So they're showing how Friends would look like in 2022. and it was showing them like beautiful, fit, buff, like they're fit. They have beautiful makeup. Like, don't get me wrong, they're beautiful. They're idols, right? Everybody loves them. But like, I don't idolize anybody. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is everybody loves them. But they was totally like so different looking, and it was them, but they did a little bit of work to their picture, right? And it's true. Everybody's about that. They want to look good. They want the freedom lifestyle. They want the entrepreneurship. They're buff. They're working out. Whatever the case may be. Nowadays, the online world is where to go. People woke up. They want to work out. They want to get fit. They want to make money. They don't want to live that old lifestyle of grinding and the rat race and not having enough and looking sick and looking half dead. And I had another meme. I'm thinking of all these memes. This older guy, like, he looked like he was about 65, 70. He looked like he didn't drink water in days. His hair is all mess. He looks all crazy. And he's like, it says, the night shift's not so bad. And he's all like, this night shift, you get used to it after a while, right? And then it says, I think it said Michael, age 25 or 27, right? So it's like, it's so true. Like, I see people who work these crazy night shifts or these crazy jobs, whatever, look so much older. Their body is being torn. They have back problems. They're sick. They come home. They don't have time. They don't have energy to work out, to even eat right. They get a frozen dinner. They eat. They go to sleep. They get up. They do the same thing. That wears on you. After 5 to 10 years, it wears on you. That's why people have health problems. They even have, sorry to say, even problems having children. They have problems with regulating their thyroid, regulating their mental health, because over the course of time, when you're working so hard and you're not eating right or sleeping right, it messes with your system, chemically unbalances you, right? But yeah, so that's what I want to say. Like, think about the money, think about the entrepreneur life, think about the freedom, and believe me, it's not going to come to you in one day. This ain't a get rich scheme. It's going to take some time. Okay, it took me like 3 years to get to where I am right now, but I will say, in the first year, I started to be able to provide for my family more than I ever could provide for them. And I was very grateful, because I'm the type of person that I don't go to my family or people and say, let me borrow and this and that and this and that. Like, I hold my own. I was like grounded, and I knew that what I have, I could succeed in. And whatever I learned in the last 3.5, 4 years, it's coming 4 years now, whatever I learned in 4 years, I will give to you right then and there when we have our coaching call, and I set you up. And then after I set you up with your coaching call, a few days later, we'll have a call. Akina knows that. We'll have a one-on-one, and I'll check what you're doing, make sure you have your website up and running, because our tech team builds it, make sure everything's correct, and then we'll create your ad. If your website's not up and running yet, we'll do it on the next couple of days, the next time we Zoom. And then when I set your ads up, everything that I learned, everything that made me successful, I give to you in that time. So it took me a year and a half to like literally make 5K a sale. Like, took me like 13 months. You'll make that in a couple months. I'll show you how to make that in a couple months, but it's up to you. Do you have a drive? What is your reasons? Write those in the comments. What is your reasons? What is your one reason to why you want to start an online business? Why would you want to earn online? What is a reason? That's what you have to ask yourself, and make it your why. My why is my children. My why is for them to succeed above and beyond too. My why is to be there for them. My why is to work out with them. Is to take them to the little church activities. Is to, surround them. And I see that. Like, it's people don't have time to just sit for a few minutes and think about how I could change the future of my children. How can I change the world? How can I make an impact? And I think about that. And there's all these beautiful little people. Like, even yesterday, going to the church activity with my children, there's a beautiful woman that just, kind of is a part of the youth for the girls. And they set up these little activities. And, just to be able to take my daughter there and have my business running in the background, see her have fun. They put masks on for, to make their face rejuvenated, beautiful. They all look crazy. They look like mummies. And then they had these mittens on their hands because they had a hand kind of a hand rejuvenator. So they put mittens to keep it warm. And then they're doing they were doing charades, and they have to act out with these scary masks and these hands, and they're acting out Disney movies. And it was just a joy to watch that, and for my daughter to interact with like-minded people and to bring her up in a good way, right, with God and Jesus and these funny little girls, and they're all having fun, and she wants to invite her friends. And then my son, I took him to his activity, and they taught the kids to make a huge dinner. Like he made like a 5-course dinner, and that was their fun. He loved it, all the food, and it was at somebody's house not far from me. And just to be able to do all these things and to be able to come home and put my kids in bed, read them a story, get back to my business partners, give out $16,000 worth of awards that our online business community did. Shout out to Paulo. Paulo, one of our business partners, was a runner up, and he for being the biggest cheerleader. And Rachel Wolski, Bullon, I think her new one is. A lot of our business partners got awards, $1,000 awards, USD. Last year, I got the award. I announced it in my name this year for the biggest cheerleader for making our online business community a safe place, making, helping people to, feel better about themselves, bring them up, because there's a lot of people who don't feel good about themselves when they first come to this community. So me, without even knowing, I impacted so many people's lives, and our online business community leaders were saying that, like, you guys have impacted so many people's life and you don't know it. You don't know what you're doing in someone's life. And that's for a little tip of advice for everybody today. I know, I'm sorry, Akina. I have so much to say because a lot of things has been happening in the last few days. But in our online business community, that all of these awards that was given, and for the impact that they all have on each other, they do it silently. They do it silently. Like, we don't go around saying, we're helping the whole world and everybody in our community, I help everybody, people who are not connected with money and this and that. And, and I deserve all the praise. No, we do it. We do it. And we don't even realize the impact we're having. Just like Paulo, in my business chat, me and him collaborate. Like, he got his business partners. I got my business partners. He does all these wonderful things. He ups people. He tells people, don't worry, you're this, you're that. Or it's such a wonderful place to be. And if you come and you watch our free workshop and you see what our online business is all about, and then you also come meet some of our huge leaders, millionaires of our community, you see how humble we all are, and we want to help you to get started. As coaches, our job is to help you get started to make an incredible income. Why would I want to help you? That's what a lot of people think. Why would you want to help? Is this a scam? Do I have to invest hundreds of thousands? No. If you succeed, I succeed. This is not an MLM or a pyramid scheme, where MLMs, they take 33% of your income, or you always give a percent of your money. No, it's not like that. But this company that I'm affiliated with, all these companies actually, if you make an incredible income, they pay me huge bonuses. They pay me commissions without touching yours. It's in my best interest to help you. If you skyrocket, so do I. I start getting these crazy bonuses because I'm known that I'm a great leader and I'm helping, and I keep getting these awards, being a great leader, 12,000, 6,000, 3,000, whatever the case may be. I get these awards and I get them in my name, and it helps. It's obviously it's what I want. And not only that, when I give my word to helping people, I want to help you. This beautiful woman here, Akina, I coached and mentored to help people worldwide, all around the world, to help people. And I know she's doing a great job. She is one of those that's super quiet, but she's always helping us. She helps us create our content. She helps with so many things, and she never asks for anything because she's super intelligent. So if anybody wants a great mentor, Akina, reach out to her. Where would they go, Akina, if they wanted to watch our free workshop? You tell them a little bit about how they can watch our free workshop and how they can get started, what you went through, in other words.
Yeah, all I did was I came across this ad and clicked on it. I was intrigued by your presence. It was your ad, and just entered my name and my email, and I watched the free workshop, and I totally just got inspired. I said, you know what? There's a quote that I love by Peter Drucker. The best way to predict the future is to create it. And I was like, I'm just tired of just living this life that I'm not happy in. I'm going to create the future that I want. I'm going to create the life that I want. I'm going to live that life. Life is too short. Life is too short. So that's all I did. Watched the workshop, and it was the most straightforward thing ever, and I fell in love. So,
Awesome, girl. Here you are. So go to automatewithakina.com and add your name in your email. Watch our free workshop. Same thing with me. You can go to my website, georgiawilliams.ca or thetovivancos.com. I'm also on his page right now. Tito is my fiance, and I helped him get out of construction. In 4 weeks, he quit construction. He made an incredible income. Tito is so good-hearted and giving and caring. And one of his biggest reasons why he wanted to start this online business was to follow his dreams as a musician. And he is following his dreams. He's doing gigs. We're getting him all set up. Go see Ciro Vivancos. Go see his musician page, and you'll see that we got him up and running, and he's doing exactly what he loves. So if you see this replay on any of our business pages, it means that I mentored and coached these people directly, and they can get you started. So we're going to help you. I'll be your coach too, and so will they. They'll help you every step of the way. They'll be your mentor and maybe co-coach, and we'll help you every step of the way, and we'll get you started. So just add your name and your email, and right away into our websites, into our link in this post, or reach out to us, and then right away you'll be taken to the replay of the workshop I hosted, and then after that we'll send you a link to reminders of come to our workshop. We'll show you the live one. If you watch the replay or one workshop, you don't have to keep watching them. Many people think they have to keep watching them. Once you watched one, you've seen everything. It's just sometimes we have different hosts and we're live. You can go and ask questions, but it's the same information. Okay, if you want to come see other people's testimonies, that's fine. But once you've seen one, it's it. Go sign up, get ready. We'll have a coaching call. We'll get you set up every step of the way. So thank you, Akina. We have a few people on here. Hi, Sharon Liz. Grace Singleton is saying to enjoy life, to give my children my, oh, this is her. Okay. She is telling us what is the reason why. To enjoy life, to give my children time and my energy to build better life for them. Amen. Watching from Toronto, woo-woo, my hometown. Oh, hello, Andre and Kiran. How are you guys? Some business partners. We have a lot of business partners here. God bless all. Thank you for hosting this, girl. God bless. We'll see you guys on the other side.
Bye. See you. Bye.